Hello? Hello, hello? The Patreon banner is broken again. I tried to ask for help, but it didn't work. So the Patreon banner is broken, but I cannot fix it because it's an external service, it's a bit hard to fix. But anyway, yeah, I'm ready. Am I? I think so. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning. Wherever you are in the world. Hello, hello. Welcome to another stream of Plane Shift. Hi. So today we continue on the gambling mission. We have this gambling mission here. Basically, we want the NPC to be able to play dice games and bet coins. And the first step of this was to do this, right? Let me just flag what we did already. So use random event locations. This one basically is done. NPC has a dice game board in his hand. Easy is done. NPC has one line to respond to the start the minigame, right? So this is the one we are working on. Yes, this is the one we are working on. And I have to tell you that I made a good improvement on that side because actually it works, right? Actually it works. So what I did, I added a kind of a new way to show the dialogue options when you're speaking with the NPC. And by the way, I think I should, if possible, document it. No, I cannot because our wiki is down. Our wiki is down because yesterday I did an upgrade of one of the servers that we have, and unfortunately it didn't go so well. I upgraded an old Debian machine from Booster to Bullseye, and that went perfectly fine. I updated also the kernel and everything, and was okay. But then I upgraded to the last one, which is Bookworm, and the full upgrade went fine, but then when I upgraded the kernel, it didn't reboot. So at the moment that machine is down, waiting for the ISP to give me an answer and reboot it manually. Unfortunately, today is holiday in Italy, right? Today is is Easter Monday, and so I think that we will not hear from them until tomorrow at least, if not even after that, right? So that machine will be down for a bit, but it's okay. It's not the production machine. I mean, it's fine. We can leave it down. We can leave it down. Yeah, and today I'm streaming in the afternoon because it's holiday here, which is nice. So maybe I can stream tonight. This afternoon and tonight. We will see, but depending on the motivation as usual, but potentially. Potentially. Okay. So let's continue with the plan. The plan is now that we have in the database the ability to actually add a new knowledge area, and we have added this gamble knowledge area to the NPC, and is actually able to answer. Now what we need is a run script, right? So we need a specific script dedicated to start the mini game. And I have to think a bit about it because it's not that trivial. But we need a new... I mean, we can run a script, right? So in theory, I don't need a new quest syntax operation. I need just a new script. So the new script, I can create it. It's not a problem. The script will be under progression events, right? Is this production? No. I think yeah, okay, fine. So we will create a new event here, a new progression event, and we will call it start dice minigame. Okay, and then we may have another one if in the future we will have cards or we will have other things, right? And or maybe even better, you know, we can have start minigame, and then we can have a parameter that we pass through, right? Which is the only problem of passing parameters. No, we can pass parameters 100%, right? Because it's the same thing that we do if I do this, right? And I take give faction, what is the name? Oh, fuck it. Give quest factions, right? Yeah, you see, this one is taking a parameter like this. Faction parameter, right? And the parameter is then passed to, yes, to a script like this. Exactly. So that is exactly what we have to do with the minigame. I don't know if we have other parameters or not, but potentially no. Okay, so we can have a start minigame. Do we want to have a NPC start minigame? Okay, NPC start minigame. Well, in theory you can use the same script also from a quest. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let me just switch the music and whatever. I guess many of you today are in holidays as well, so you may be walking around on the mountains or swimming in the sea. So I understand today we will not have a lot of people. Fine. It's okay for me. It's okay for me. Okay, so we will have a script, right? We will have a script that is called by the NPC when you ask him about gambling. And the first parameter we will call it minigame. And I don't think we need a second parameter. I think we just need one. I think we just need one actually. Okay. And then this thing I think should do nothing else. There should be no if. No, there should be nothing of this. And the script, but the script will need to be a new one, right? Because I don't think we have at the moment a mini game operation in scripting, right? So under scripting we have is there an easy way I can see them all? Yeah, these are all the possible. Well, they are described in scripting CPP, unfortunately. But anyway, are these yellow nodes, right? These yellow nodes are all the ones available. And they are dozens, by the way, because our scripting language at this point is fairly evoluted. Yeah. Oh my god, it's a 1 million. Yeah, I just wanted to look at them quickly to see if I'm not doing something that, we have already. I don't want to redo. So, for example, action OP activated. No. So this is for entrances. We have an animal affinity. We have animation OP. We have applied OP, applied OP, applied OP. Cancel. We have summon familiar. Codex entry OP. No. Combat and destroy X faction OP. Faction title. I want to see if I have something that is similar that I can reuse, but if not, HP OP, HP rate. There are some if the imperative ones. Item OP. What was the item OP? This one is creating items in my okay. We have a mechanism. No, but I think that overall... Oh, let me check this one. NPC overtime. Ah, this one is an NPC executing a command. This could be also a possibility. So that we do it with a command instead of... But I don't think so, actually. Because the way it works should be like this, right? There should be the player, right, speaking to the NPC. So is doing that. Then the NPC should send back a message of start minigame, right? And here we should have the minigame starting, with the difference that the player will be connected, but the NPC will not be connected. We will start a different mode, right? Where basically, I don't even know if there can be viewers of the minigame or not. I'm not sure about that. Then we have a pet progression script. Well, there is the base of everything, right? No, I lost it. And then we have skill, stats, teleport. And then we can set a variable. Okay, I think we can start from... I think the one that is the simplest, the most similar, is actually this one. Because in the load, right, he has the name set and I don't know if I want to call it minigame or I want to call it... Yeah, I think we can call it minigame. think we can call it minigame. Now, I think we need the target because we need to know which NPC we are playing with, right? But it is anyway the currently selected NPC, so I think it's kind of easy. We don't need a value. So in theory it's only like this, right? I don't know if I want to have a minigame start and a minigame stop. But the minigame stop I mean, I don't know if because the NPC at a certain point needs to be destroyed, right? And that is a problem. We need to decide how to destroy the NPC when the game is finished. That is actually a problem. This is an issue. This is an issue. But anyway, let's go step by step. This script is fine as a beginning, right? So this script gives us the ability to bridge the NPC dialogue, right? To bridge the NPC dialogue with... oh, we already had a mini game win, by the way. What is this? It was when it's giving you items for the This is interesting. Who's using this? Wait a second. Wait a second. Who's using this? Minigame win. There is no quest using that. There is no NPC response using that. Who is using minigame win? No one. So is a script within a script? Is a script within a script? No, it's not a script within a script. I don't know, it's strange. There is this minigame win that I think maybe was an example, but it's kind of interesting, right? It's doing nothing else than providing an item and providing some money, some experience, and giving you this text. You won 53 and 100 experience points, right? But let me see if it's scripted in the mini. Probably scripted in game boards. It's scripted in game boards. End game. It is possible that this thing can actually run a script. No? No. I don't know why I always have to put the... No. Strange though. I was thinking that this would be the place, but seems it's not. No, because I want to avoid redoing something that we have already, right? So... Let me see if we have an action location. If we have an action location with a game board, right? Because in theory, action locations can have, right, inside response. Inside response, right? Ah, we found it. We found it. End game, yes. Script, minigame, win. Okay, so yeah. So this one is launching the script based on the end game. I see. So when we finish a minigame, we can already run a script. Which is actually pretty good. Because this may help us in the, well, yes and no, huh? Yes and no, because for the dice cup minigame, right? For the dice cup minigame, I don't really have an action location. I have a real item. No, it cannot help us. I think it was a good idea. I mean, it was a possibility, but no. In this case, no. In this case, it doesn't help us. Okay, fine. So we still have the problem at the end what to do, but fine. So let's go step by step, right? So what do we need? We need a new operation that will be called minigame OP, right? I think I can copy all of this. I can copy this monster and rename it minigame OP. Starts a new minigame. At the moment we don't have any parameters apart from the name of the game. Right? I don't understand what is this end code. I think it was some format, some weird formatting, but fine. So this becomes minigame OP. Pa-para-pam. Pa-para-pam. Now, do we want to validate the name of the game? Yes, I think we want, right? So basically this, right? Basically this needs to be validated somehow. And at the moment, we validate only with dice, right? So if it's different, then now let me do equal, so we can do ignore case and whatever. Right. So this one will be what? Will be dice? Yeah, I think dice. Dice. Ah no, wait, fuck. No, I don't have to do it this way. No, I did a mistake. No. I take that back. We have to pass minigame here because this is the parameter that comes from the from the dialogue. So we will put it in the dialogue. So yes, so the dialogue will be so this will be start whatever we called it. Will be start minigame, right? Will be start minigame, and then we'll have one parameter that is dice. Okay. Okay. So if this is not, we will really return false, right? Because this will not be allowed, right? So at the moment we support only the dice game. Maybe in the future we support something else. If that is correct, right? This is just searching the target, right? The aim. So it's fine. We can do it this way. Now when we run it, right? When we run it, this will be the NPC that we have targeted, right? And so this value we don't care about it anymore. So all this we can delete pretty much. So what we need now, I mean, there could be some checks that we do, like for example the distance from the NPC, or the fact that the NPC is not already busy with someone else, or I don't know if we want to add this kind of checks, but obviously there could be checks, right? And I don't know if I want to do these checks now, but we could in theory check distance, we could check NPC already busy, right? I think actually if the NPC is busy, because the NPC may be moving or he may be even fighting, in theory no, because the NPC that we spawn is impervious to attacks, so it cannot be attacked. But I mean, we could, right? At the moment, probably no, but we could. And if all goes well, then we want to start an actual mini game, right? And the way to start the mini game is basically, now we need to think about it, because we have already a way to start the mini game, but that is done very differently. That is done through play interaction. But we have to analyze that and see how to change it, right? There is a play. There should be a play somewhere. The problem is that play. No. Okay. There should be a mini game. There should be a mini game. Handle game update. Request mini game. There it is. Request mini game. Request mini game. Yes, this is the entrance. This is the entry point. Action location ID. I don't think so. No, because this one is the one. Wait. This one is the one that goes through. But can also be not greater than 0, and so we just handle game. We handle game, we handle start and stop. Target item, data gate is mini game. Yeah, there are all these checks because we are checking that the actual item that you have targeted is a mini game item, but in this case we have to skip that. So basically we want to go inside this function, ignoring the target item, and I don't even know if it's possible, but I don't even know if it's possible. Yeah, I think we have to change this. Because the minigame definition script is actually taken from the that's interesting. The minigame definition script is actually taken from the actual item. So, or we point to the right hand, because I placed the minigame in the right hand of the NPC. So, or we say that we take the right hand item and we use that to actually start all of this. If it's a personal minigame, force a new one for play. Is a session public? I think we don't want this session to be public, actually. Get session by ID. Hmm. 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 Ha. Good point. No, I think we have to go through this. We have to go through this. Otherwise, we will be redoing all of this just for our NPC. So I think we need to find out the. We need to find the item actor, which is actually connected to the. So I think that the easiest would probably be to pass to the script an additional parameter, which is the location of the minigame object, right? So it will be a dice game, and the location will be right hand, right? And right hand, I don't know if I can easily slot name. Yes, we can take it from yeah. Yes, so we will call it item slot, and this will be right hand, right? This will be the item that we use to actually get the game definition, because the games are defined on the item, so we need that. Okay. So basically now what I want is what? Now I want in my progression event to actually get two parameters, right? So this will be item location, and item location will be param1, right? And so here we will have item location equal to our item location, right? And then we will just have to get slot names, right? But I think we can ask to slot manager. Slot name get ID, slot name get name. What do you mean? Yeah, slot, exactly. Slot name hash get ID. Wait a second. Who's using this? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we should do it in the load, right? Okay. Okay. So this will get the slot where the item is supposed to be. Now, if there is no item, we have a problem, right? So if the slot ID is not valid, or I don't know if this get ID can actually return an invalid value. The default value, I think we will return probably 0, but 0 is not really the best. Right hand is actually 0. Right hand is actually 0. Okay, we will assume that that's correct, because I don't know if it returns -1 if you give a wrong name. I don't know. But now this we will have to evaluate at runtime, right? We cannot evaluate it the type of game example dice. There is the slot where the actual PS item is in the NPC inventory example right hand. Okay. Right. So now what we have to do, that we have the slot and we have the name, we will have to basically call this function, right? But we will have to extract it from so there is minigame manager, right? And here the problem is that in theory we have two targets, right? So we have the player and we have the NPC. How does it work? Character, get character aim, actor and target. I don't remember if I can retrieve my character automatically without passing it through, or if I need it anyway. I think target is the target and an actor is myself, right? So I think we actually need both, but I don't know if so aim should always be target. But actor, is not. Let me just check one thing. I'm searching a case where we have both the target and the caster, right? So we have the caster and the, but it seems I cannot find it actually, because he's always assuming that the target character, target item, target character, aim, attacker. So like in this case, he split it in two. There is an extra attribute that is specifying who is the attacker. I was thinking that I could just say get character actor and that would work. But probably not. Isn't actor automatically passed every time we execute a progression script? No? I was thinking yes. But maybe not. We can check it if it's there automatically or if we have to explicitly, because you see in all these cases, right, we are defining actor. So the question is in the run script. The question is what? The question is in the run script. In the run script, right? Do we define no, I understand, but run script operation. We actually define NPC and target, but NPC who, so that is who is running the script, and the target is, but I'm not sure that the target will be me though. I'm not that convinced. In theory, NPC is, I mean, we can get them all and see how they come out. I mean, the way they come out, and it's really the easiest, right? So I can get, let's do it. Let's just try, because I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Let's just try NPC and target, right? And let's see what they come out, because I don't know actually. NPC and target, and in addition we have I think we also have actor, but actor I don't think is defined. And at the moment I said aim target, right? Like if the NPC is targeting our player, but I'm not really convinced about that. I would like to know who I'm speaking with, but I may be speaking with multiple people, right? So that's the point. I may be, so the NPC may be speaking with multiple people at the same time. So if that happens, what? It is a bit of a problem, huh? It is a bit of a problem, actually. Because we need to identify who is the player, because we need to start the mini game with the player, right? And I don't know if he's any of these values, actually. We need to rebuild. While he's rebuilding, I will just go to the bathroom a second and come back. Yeah, but I was thinking, it is exactly the same as we do here with faction, no? Faction. Because when we do faction, we assign get character aim, right? Character C. Didn't find a valid faction, current faction, variable name, faction title, faction. Yeah, you see, C, we updated the faction title of C. So we assume that our C, which is our aim, right? Our aim is, yeah, so exactly. So aim actor. This is where I don't understand exactly how this is passed through, right? Aim actor. So is aim actor always the player? Aim actor. Aim. Because here actually I said aim target. I don't know what aim actor is, but I think it's the current player that we are working with. The only important point for me is that it should be. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. In theory, we should go through this mini game function, right? When we load it, and then we should go again when we run it. And probably this target C will be my player, And the only problem is that the NPC will probably be NPC then. That I'm not completely sure, but we have to check that because we need both, right? We need both because we want the NPC to actually join the minigame. We want the player to join the minigame and the NPC to join the minigame immediately. And then we need to, I don't know. It's not super simple, by the way. This is not super simple, but we will do it anyway. What is this? Oh, I forgot. I forgot to put something in the fridge. Molly Molly. I forgot. I forgot to put something in the fridge. Okay. So, what is this? I think I set a breakpoint in an impossible place. Usually when this happens is because you have set a breakpoint in an impossible place. Like a comment somewhere or a... I don't know. I don't know why I have so many breakpoints in my life. I don't know, I have so many freaking things. Huh? Why? Anyway, let's just move on and see what happens. It's still here, eh? Why still triggering this? Why? It happened to me when I had like breakpoints like an includes variable or whatever, but this does not seem the case. But still, if I do F5, he's stopping there like a boss. Why? Because he's inside the imperative aim? I don't think so. The only two I have for scripting is one here inside run my mat environment and the other is here, right, which are both valid locations. Now why is breaking my balls? What happened? Something bad happened. I think I removed this already 20 times. Are they like returning to life? I don't need any of these breakpoints really. Well, there was one in the middle of nowhere, but I don't know why it's breaking my balls like that. It's stopping you. Okay, let me remove the scripting ones and see if these are the ones that are messing up or not. Yes, they are. I don't understand why. If they are invalid points, why? Why these two breakpoints are? Okay, let me just restart and see. One is on the run, right, and the other is on the load. Let me just recompile and run it again. Maybe I don't know. The editor just went crazy a second. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes. It is restarting. Bro, it's doing it again. Why? Why is stopping there? Why stopping there if I have my breakpoint on completely different place? Do we actually get an error? And by the way, the engine is stopping. Like if it cannot run. Probably there is one script that is wrong. Okay. Okay, here it is. Unknown operation minigame. Yes, I forgot to put it into the scripting. Yeah, I forgot one piece. By the way, why this name is... yeah, I forgot to manage the thing here, right? Exactly. Is it only here or is more than this? I think it may be only here. Maybe. Hello, Jules. Hello, hello. We are working on gambling. So we want some NPC to actually play dice with our player. We still have to decide a few things, but first I have to create the technology. I have to create the technology needed. And so I'm building some capabilities in our scripting system to actually be able to read the request to start the minigame. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. Okay, so here we are. The loading is game name minigame. No. What do you mean? What? Is not the way to do it, huh? Okay. Faction. Name faction. Faction name. Why? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't know why. It doesn't substitute. It doesn't substitute param 0 with this. I don't understand why. It doesn't substitute it. Why? We got mini game instead of getting. Why? Bro, we got mini game instead of getting the actual mini game parameter that was sent, right? Which in theory is dice. I have dice here, right? I have dice. So like this will never work. Why doesn't substitute the value? Ay, 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 ay. Why doesn't substitute the value? Maybe it does it later on. No, because we are loading. Yes. Yeah, you cannot do it now. Here we are at loading, right? Here we are at loading, so it doesn't have that variable anymore. Yeah, that's still a variable. Okay, so I cannot validate dice now. Okay, I understand. I cannot validate dice here because here we are still in the loading phase and we only have this, which is actually a variable that will have to be interpreted then down here when we do the run. Let me see if this is the way it does it. Hey, no, because it... What? Yes, you see, function is not valid. The function we just use as return name. That is basically allowing both capabilities. Oh, this is pretty smart, actually. If the function is valid, we just use it. Else, we will use the named variable during run. Okay, that's a good thing. That's a very smart thing to do, actually. So we will do this. So we will never return false here, right? But then there is little for me to validate, right? Because I cannot really bring this to a valid value. Yeah. I cannot do this check here, pretty much. I cannot do this check here. There's no way. There is no way. I cannot do this check here because we are not in the right spot to do it. So let's say can be the minigame name or a variable that will be used at runtime, right? Yeah, exactly. No, we cannot do it. We cannot do it now. We have to do it during the run. So during the run, then we have to evaluate. Exactly. Exactly. I forgot about this. I forgot about this. So this is the game name. Okay. So this in theory should actually do the substitution, right? And hopefully then out of this we can get our current value, right? Because now, yeah, then we do a simple get string, and the get string is returning our dice game, right? So now our game name, or we set it again as this, right? But I don't think it's a great idea, because then in the next run, whatever, I don't know. Let's call it actual game name. So actual game name is the string taken out of this in case it is valid. And then we do this, no? Oh, my face is stuck. Okay, let's try. So this part will be executed only when we speak with the NPC, while this part will be executed as start, right? But as start, it will just set pretty much the game name and the slot ID, right? So we'll do now. We can check the slot ID actually. So what we want that the script is able to recognize both the player and the NPC, right? Because we will have to add both to the minigame. And then we will definitely need to set up a mode that is, so let me see, slot ID. Right. It's the same. Arrgh. Yeah, correct. It's the same logic. Same logic. Exactly the same logic. Exactly the same logic. Exactly the same logic. Yeah, because all these are variables, right? So they are variables that are actually changing their value at runtime. So it's a bit more complex than just... But anyway. It's a bit more complex than... Okay, so if we want to do the check, if this lot is valid or not, right, we can do it here, but I don't even know if I want to do it, but probably yes. I mean, we can. I mean, if slot ID is equal to -1, we definitely have a problem, right? So because it means that we will probably not find, we'll probably not even find the item, right? So there is an issue. Yeah. Oh wow, StarCraft 2 music. StarCraft 2 music. I was just playing StarCraft half an hour ago. Incredible! Yeah, because on StarCraft, I really would like to get all the achievements of StarCraft 2, but there are so many, you have no idea. There is an infinite amount of achievements in StarCraft 2. Infinite. It's so many. Of all possible kinds. And obviously I have all the easy ones, but the hard ones are really hard. There is one achievement on the co-op missions which requires 500 brutal difficulty games completed in one, right? So which is really a lot. Consider that one of those games takes you like probably 30 minutes, and so just for that is 250 hours, and it's very hard to win one. So in theory, maybe you win one every 2 or 3, right? So it's like probably 600 hours of gameplay just for that achievement. Just for that single achievement. Holy fuck. I don't know. But you know, achievement is something that I like. When I see something that you can reach, I immediately like it. I immediately want to have it. Pam pam pam. Yeah, unfortunately we also have this problem of the updater on our side. We do have it. Maybe tomorrow it will be fixed, hopefully. It's not loading or what? Why? Uh-oh. We crashed or what? Couldn't load script, start minigame, script was script, blah blah blah, minigame script. Request exit. What do you mean? Why can I load this? Operation minigame failed loading. Script let body is because we don't have a name or what? So this is failing. I think this is failing because we didn't define aim or what. I mean, actor is not correct. Apart from that, pam 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 pam. Pa 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 pam. Name. Because I don't have name. Well. I have name. There's minigame. Because I don't have value. Because I don't have value. Because I don't have value. I think I can derive then only from imperative aim without imperative aim and value. Because we don't actually have a value on this. Yeah. I mean, I can put a value, but the value will be... aim and value. Or we just go aim and GG. Because we have aim and value, aim, value and name, right? And is complaining because I don't have a value specified, right? I don't have a value specified, but I don't really need a value here. What value do I need? I don't know. We don't need a value. We need exactly. Okay, let's derive it. Let's derive it only from. Let's derive it only from aim. Because we don't need it. We don't need to have all these additional extra attributes. We don't need that. We don't need that, boys! I don't know what is the status of the miniatures that I backed in a Kickstarter campaign like 2 years ago or whatever it was. More than a year ago. Unfortunately, there's Kickstarters like... I mean, it's really a way to support the company if you like it, right? It's not really a way to get something quickly from them. So this campaign, I think I backed... let me see when, but it was very long time ago. I mean, the first run, okay, was like 2 or 3 years ago, but then we got, right? Then there was a second run. In the second run, I think is nearly a year now. It's not loading for whatever reason, the page. No, but it's still there. They didn't disappear. The game's still there, but I don't know, maybe I can check the payments when I did it. So it was like May 24, yeah, so like 1 year ago. Yeah, 1 year ago. No, April. Oh, April 26. So in 5 days from now, it will be a year. Oh my god. It will be 1 year. It will be 1 year that I pledged. Yeah. To get some miniatures because I really like miniatures. Wargaming miniatures. Do you like wargaming miniatures, guys? Yeah, it's 1 year. Holy moly. Well, I see the points going up, and they went up already. Well, I see the points. Meh. Meh. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to enter into the game. We want to get the random NPC spawning with the dice cup in his right hand. And then we want to debug the run. We want to speak with him, gamble with him. Oh, he's already here, by the way. Fantastic. So we speak with him. Uh-oh. We click on this. And now we are in our new code, right? And we want to see who's the character. The character is... Why cannot? Huh? Null? Holy shit. Actor is null. Actor is null, eh? Okay, let's skip everything and let's go here. So we read NPC target. Let's go here and see if any of these ones is valid. Any of these ones are valid. Okay, this one is valid. So actually NPC is him. Okay, that's good. So at least we have him. And so on this one we could get now we have target. Target is me. While actor is unfortunately invalid. Oh wow, there's a bit of a weird but fine. Okay, so the theory is what? That we need target. Yeah, but this target scares me a bit. I mean, I really hope it doesn't evaluate as... I mean, it should not get... You should not get the target of the NPC as selection, right? You should get... target run script response P. Run script response P. Load. Run script response P run. No, hopefully is not. Hopefully it's not. It's not very clear, right? From this code, what is the target actually set? But I assume that is not the actual target. It's just called target, but is run script target player this. Who target owner? Execute script. Execute script. Response operation. Yeah, this is actually the response operation, yes, because we do it through a response, right? We do it through a response. So the question is this target set? Yeah, player. No, it's not reading the real target. It's just using the current player as the target, which is fine. which is fine. I think we are good. I think we are good. I just wanted to double check this because obviously if it was the real target, you couldn't do it with more than one person, right? So, okay, so if we use target instead of actor here, if you use target instead of actor, this will already be good. This will already be correct. And so we don't need to get it again, right? So NPC is the NPC and target is the target. So, and target is the player, I mean. So the aim, right? The aim, which is this, right? This is the player, right? There is the player. There is the player. And this so it is the player the NPC is speaking with, right? And this will be the NPC himself, right? Okay. So we can get these two variables very easy. And they are both valid because we already checked that they are valid. If they are not valid, obviously we are in trouble. Now, this should never happen, right? This in theory should never happen. This should never happen because we always have an NPC if you're speaking with him. I mean, the only thing that is this is wrong, but it is added automatically from the scripting system. So what we have to understand is, apart from all these checks, which are nice, I have to understand if the NPC actually has in his hand, right, a minigame item. So here we need to check the item, right? If the item actually exists. So I will have to get the inventory, and from the inventory I will have to get the I don't know if get item, get an item that is in the bulk inventory. Get inventory item by slot that is in the equipment. I don't know if it's in the equipment or if it's in the inventory. What do you mean? Okay, for now we say it is in the inventory, but fine. And this will be slot ID, right? And our slot ID needs to be a PS inventory whatever. Inventory slot number. Inventory slot number. Right? I don't know why this get ID is actually not returning, but anyway, fine. We can cast it and GG. So this in theory should return, right? What? A PS item, eh? Yeah. This returns a PS item, which is our game item. Now, if this game item is not valid, we have a problem, right? If this game item is not valid, we have a problem. Now, we are checking so much. I don't know if we should, but it's fine. It's better than the server crashing, right? Okay. So we check the item. Then after checking the item, NPC already busy. I would say no. No, let me remove that. Okay, so at this point we could start, right, with game manager. We could start for our player a mini game with this target item, right? Why doesn't like it? Oh, it needs to be a PS item actor. Why? No. It needs to be a PS item actor. Meaning an item to the meaning an item on the ground, right? In our case, it's not an item on the ground. It's an item in our inventory. So in the inventory of the NPC. So how do we do this? Because obviously this thing is extracting then the PS item, right? It doesn't really care the fact that it's on the ground or it's not on the ground. So my suggestion will be that we create a wrapper function to this, right? Which is using item actor, and then there is another one which is using PS item, and one is calling the other, right? So that we so if you call it with a PSI, right, well, the problem is that if I do it this way, if it's null, you will never know. So it has to be different, huh? Okay, it has to be different name. It has to be different name. Let's call it internal or something. So we basically want to convert PS item actor to PS item if possible, if valid. So basically this one will be a separate function, right? This one will be a separate function. So I will call, the only problem is that I need to call, is this the right way, guys, or no? Is this the right way? So basically what I have to do, I have to take all this code and put it in the other one. Well, I can still check the client. I can still do the basic checks here, right? I can check the client. I can check the action location. I think I can probably do the check up to here. Exactly. So all that is there, and this is here. With the difference that, what happened to the music? There is a song without music. It looks like. It's probably the volume is so low that I think the volume is so low. Yeah. The volume is like 0. Incredible. So then we do this check here, right? I think we should just convert here, right? convert PS item actor to PS item, pretty much. Right. So if ow. Right, and then we call this one and the rest is the same, right? Okay, so this way now we have an entry point, and this will always work. The difference is that now this item actor, we don't need any more get item because this is already a PS item, right? So we can directly what? Yeah, we just have to remove the get item in between, right? Yes, and everything else should work as it was. Now change, check the range of the item. Ay 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 ay. Ay 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 ay. Oh fuck, also the minigame session requires an actor. No. Oh crap. Oh crap. Ah, shit. Okay. Ah, crap. Ah, shit. And no, because there are other places, right, where it requires the physical actor. For example, here checking the range, right? Now, so this means that we have to check the range before arriving there. So before the conversion, pretty much, right? The problem is that if I take all of this and I move it up, which I can, I can take all of this, right? Move it up, just as a test. It is what is basically what it was before, right? Right. So now, now at least the check for distance and if it's an action location or not, we actually do it, but. Ah, fuck. That's annoying. That's super annoying, super annoying, super annoying. Super annoying. super annoying. So I will have to do something like this, right? So that I temporarily get the name just to print this out. Then I convert it to PS Actor, I go here, then I go inside of this, and here I get the thing, but still we will have the problem, right? So this is better, because at least here we don't have to use the actual actor. But then, you know, so this now compiles and this compiles, but then we have a problem here. Because here we are when we are creating the new minigame session, I have the same problem. The minigame session can be created with a PS item or a PS item actor. And that's super annoying. Let me just see if there is a real need of this PS item actor actually. Item object, well, probably will be used, I assume. That this item object will be used for sure. Just because it's verifying the range, right? It's verifying the range. So it's like you are not going away, right, from the board while you are playing. Crap. So, or we also pass the NPC and then we check the range from the NPC. Or I don't really have a way to fix this. Because in theory, at every minigame session update, we are still checking that you are in range of the item, right? But in this case, you are playing with an NPC. So the range is not to the object, the range is to the NPC. So in theory, what I will have to do, I will have to initialize the minigame session with... yeah, it's so annoying though. So the minigame session will need to have 3 parameters now. I can try to do it this way, but I don't know if I like it actually. So it will have an NPC, it will have an item actor and an action location, right? And but it is kind of annoying. I don't know why we never initialize things. I don't know. If the minigame starts from an item. The minigame. I mean, this will be the most flexible, right? If we do it this way, it's the most flexible possible way of doing it. Now, it's a bit annoying though because I have to change this, which basically means changing. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. No, I don't want to include a PS character there because they would be a disaster. I know already. I know already that if I try to include that, will be like a GG move. GG move. No. No. He needs it. He needs it, bro. What do you mean? It was already a PS character. Huh? You crazy? Did you include it? Are you included? What? Anyway, I mean, if you do it this way, right? If you do it this way, then I can avoid the split that I just did, no? Because in this case I will pass the NPC. Well, we will have to use the NPC for distance, that's for sure. I don't know, I feel that this is a bit messy, actually. I feel is messy, my boys. I feel this thing is a bit messy. I think it is a bit messy. Because I will have to also do it here, right? I don't know, I'm trying, but it's a bit messy design. I don't like the design of this, right? I don't like the design of this, where basically you are entering in a function where you can have 3 different initiators, because these are the initiators of the minigame. The initiator can be an NPC, can be an item on the ground, or can be an action location, right? And so basically we have a function that needs to take that into consideration all the time, and I think is very confusing. So actually our function here, we'll have to call the internal one, because otherwise you cannot do it. Exactly, it will call the internal one. It will call the internal one directly. Our scripting, right? Scripting cannot call the other one. It needs to call the internal, and this one is not accessible for obvious reason. I can make it public, but making public an internal one is so bad. Can I wrap this into a? Can I wrap this into a APS item actor and give it a location which is random, or? I mean, that would be weird. I mean, in theory, I can do this. But you should never do it, right? You should never do it because there is an Unreal Engine class, and you should never do a new on Unreal Engine class, right? Because this is not getting deallocated then. I can do new object, but then if I do new object, this will be destroyed immediately. This will be only to pass it to my function to actually then have the rest of the code work as we want. This kind of shit, actually. Nah, this is a shit design. I don't like it. I don't like it. I have to think to something else. I don't like the fact that we have this 3 and this 2 and this whatever, and we create a separate function just to manage the conversion. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's messy, is stupid. So what is the minimum? What is the minimum point? The minimum common point between these 3 different entry points, right? So I can enter with an NPC, with an item on the ground, or with an action location. What is the minimum? The minimum, let's say, that is here when I have to start the minigame session. But the minigame session needs to know. Let me try to understand why the minigame session needs to know. I mean, I understand it needs to know the distance, right, of the NPC, or of the item act, or of the action location. But apart from the distance, is there anything else? Is there anything else? Okay, apart from validating that actually it exists, there is the range, right? Is only the range. Is only the range. So actually, the minigame session cares only about the range. But the range may obviously, I mean, the range obviously varies by, well, we could consider the initial position fixed or not. Well, if it's an action location, for sure is fixed. But if it's an item, the item can actually move, right, in the game. The item can move. I can say, fuck it, who cares? I will allow the item to move and I'm not checking the range. But it is kind of annoying. So I would like to check the range. The problem is that, or I move it to an actor, a actor. So, or we pass an a actor instead of, but then, because only to check the range, do all this mess, right? Only to check the range. Only to check the range. Fuck it. Fuck it. Because I will basically have to say, right, I will have to say if NPC object, then check the distance with the NPC. If action object, check the position. If is an item, then check the position with the item. Right? So that is the way. Shit. So annoying. I don't think I have a better way though. I don't think I have a better way. That's the problem. Bro, what the fuck you want? Why has this red line? Why? Why you have a red line? Why? Because it's not declared. I can add here PS character, but I think this will make a mess. I know already. Jesus. Because certain includes are evil, and PS character is one of the evil ones. Yes, it's not even a because it's not a it's not local. It's outside of server, right? Yeah. And now everything will fuck up, I'm pretty sure. So here I mean, here we can brutally do this, right? Which is brutal, but that's what it is. So we say, we know, right? We know that this start is not an NPC because because if it was an NPC, it would have started from the scripting, right? Because this handle start and stop arrives from a target / game, right? Yeah, which in this case is not. So in that case, this is always null. Yes. So that I think at least that is okay. But I still have this super annoying call between a PS item. Does the PS item know is item actor? So can I do the reverse? Probably I can. Wait a second. Maybe that would fix it. If I have my PS item, can I get the actor? Ah, I can. Is this a real thing always or not? Is this a real thing? Yeah, well, we don't have a set. We don't have a set, bro. No. Yeah, but it seems that we use it fairly consistently. But who is setting this? Ah, yes, we have a set. Set item actor. Why I didn't find it? We have a set item actor. Set item data. Drop item. In theory, yes. This seems to be a consistent usage. When I create items or when I drop items. So actually it seems to be valid. So if that is valid, right, we can do the reverse, and the reverse is cleaner because I don't have to, so I can use everywhere PS item, and then if there is an actor, but the problem is that I don't know if it started from an NPC. Well, I can use the NPC. If I say if the NPC, then it's still very messy, It's still very messy. Still very messy, but it's a bit better. It's slightly better. So basically this function will disappear. Wait, let me redo it. So basically this function will disappear. We return the way it was. And we will only have a PS item. We will only have a PS item. And this one will disappear, which I already like a bit more, right? Because it was a bit messy to have this internal called separately. But then the difference is that when we have to work with PS item actor, so this conversion is useless. Oh, now I fucked up. Right. Okay, like this is how it was, unless I did a mess, which is possible, but this is how it was, right? So now when we get the distance, the only thing that we have to do is to check if item actor is valid and if item actor, no, let me call it differently because item actor I think is super confusing. Let me call it game item or something like that. Let me call it game item because item actor is actually another thing. So it will come into play here, right? So we say if the game item is valid, then we get the name. Okay, fine, we get this. Okay, we get this. This is not a problem because all of this works. But then here we check if the game item actually has an item actor, right? So if the item actor is valid, then we get the distance to the item actor. If it's not valid, If it's not valid, yeah, because this will fail, right? This will fail. You know what? We need a function. We need a function that is used every time that we want to check for range. I don't want to do it 3 times, right? Here we do it 3 times. We do it 1 time here, 1 time there, 1 time. So the only problem is that I think it should be a static function that takes the player and all the potential starting points. I think so. Because otherwise it's a mess. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Check range against anything. Against anything, right? So this will be check minigame range, and this will take the NPC, the game item, and the action location, right? And based on that, it will do stuff, right? But this one, I want this to be static, actually. No, sorry. It will also take the player, obviously. And it will also take the player. So now... Okay, now the first thing that we do is... Did the minigame start from an NPC, right? So if NPC is valid, means that we started from an NPC. If we started from an NPC, we check the distance from the NPC and GG, and we don't do anything else, right? I don't want to do stuff like this, which is super stupid. So if the NPC is valid, we do if player get actor location minus NPC get actor location sides sorry, actually this should be a boolean. Should return yes or no. So we also simplify the check ranges that we may have to do in the future, right? So these two vector, why sides doesn't work? Huh? What do you mean? Because I have the parentheses wrong. Because I have the parentheses wrong. Okay. Yeah, and we can actually return this, right? We can actually return if the sides of the distance between the player and the NPC is actually greater than the range to loot, then we just return, right? Okay, now here is where things get a bit weird, right? It is where things get a bit weird. Because there is an OR, right? Is an OR between item or action location. So one of the two needs to be in range. And by the way, here we were returning this shit. Okay. We were returning this shit, by the way. Okay, so we return false only if, and so we were actually doing this, right? Okay. Come on, this parenthesis. Annoying. What is going on? Miss parenthesis. Okay, fine. The name. The name is kind of interesting though. Well, for the NPC is easy because the NPC name, right? But for everything else, I don't think we have it. So if it is greater, we return false. Then we go now, this name, I don't know, should we split the two cases? I think we should split the two cases, like this is too much of a mess. Let's split the two cases, guys, because it's too much of a mess the way it is. I don't like it, right? Anyway, this is a function that is, right, so check the range of an item. So if we have a game item and the item is a blah blah blah, and it is greater than the range to loot, then we say then we say you're not in range of, and in this case we know, right? Now we know that game item is valid, so we can get the name of game item. Okay. If it's an null, and by the way, this should always be else if, because it's impossible that is all the cases together, right? And so in this case, the name of the actual location, I think, is whatever name. Yeah, there's no function get name. No. Okay, fine. Okay, so like I think like this is way cleaner. There is a single function that can check the range of our minigame everywhere. And so now the only thing that we have to do, we have to use it. And it was in 3 places, right? So there was a verify range, yeah, verify distance. It was like in 3 places. And instead of doing this, right? So instead of doing this, we do minigame manager check minigame range. And here we pass the NPC object. So we have it in the session, right? The NPC object, the item object, the action location object, and the actual player. Bro, why you have to break my balls? You have it here, APS character. Why you say that it's not good? Why you break my balls? Why? You don't want the forward declaration here? What is going on here? It went crazy. Look at this. There is a parenthesis not closed properly. Possible. So now why now is complaining about Is it because I deleted APS character forward declaration here? I don't know what's going on. I think the editor went crazy for a second, or me. Is me or the editor? One of the two. One of the two. But anyway, in minigame session, we need to change the object, right? To be... We need to change the object to be not a PS item actor, but a PS item. And then we will derive the... yes, we will derive the actual actor from this, right? Assuming that get PS item actor is always valid. But I think it is. I think it is. I don't understand why he's saying this. It's very strange. Now, going back to our handle start game request, right? So now we have our minigame manager. Right? So this now works. And if this is false, right? If this is false, we just return and we do not allow to start the game, right? Fantastic. Okay. Now... now here the problem is that I need to change this, right, to be right. Come on. Hey, see, yes, I have to change it here. So everything is reversed now, right? Everything is reversed. Holy shit. Everything is reversed, bro. Everything is reversed. But I think this is a good idea. I mean, it's a bit of a change, but all in all, I think it's a good change because this allows us to basically play with whatever we want. And in theory, we could even start then a mini game with an inventory item, which at the moment was not possible. don't know why we always have this function that are not initial, these member variables that are not initialized. It's so annoying. Like here we are not initializing something. Minigame style. Minigame style. We don't have none. We don't have none. Another mistake. Yeah, a lot of variables not initialized here. I don't know why. I don't know if there was a time where you couldn't do it there, but I don't know. Like in the Jurassic Park of C++ or C. I came a little late, but good evening. Hello, Hula, no problem. I think the game needs to know if you are drunk and if you can cheat. Yeah. If you are drunk, it's much easier to lose, huh? Okay, so here we have a massive change, right? But I don't like this function with null null, but at the moment I don't have another solution. It's already complex enough like this. I agree with you. If some of you are saying why you have that, well, I have that because it's the only way at the moment. Why is saying this? There is already an NPC. There is already an PS character. Why is saying that? I don't know. That's very weird. Okay, so here where we have the verified distance, right? So now the good news is that all of this can go away and we can use our new function, right? Which is our minigame manager. Check minigame range. And then the only thing that we have to say is that if this is not, but the problem now is, do we have all the variables or not? That is a very good question. We are inside a session, so in theory, yes, we have them all, because we have our NPC object, we have our item object, no, we have our item object, we have our action location object, and we have our player. I really hope we have our player somewhere. Here it is. Client, right? So in theory we have everything. So with this, I think here is the editor going crazy. And then there is another place, yes, which is this one. So we can delete all of that, right? Okay, let me try to recompile like this and see what happens. I don't know why we're getting this error. It is incomplete because actually this is also an APS character, right? This is an APS character, this is an APS character. So if it's not complete here, it's not complete here. But anyway, I think the editor went a bit crazy for a second. Let's see. Unfortunately, I'm finishing my time, but the question is, do you want me to stream also tonight or not? you want me to stream also tonight? Do I want to stream also tonight? I don't know. Circular dependency. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. The circular dependency was getting called there. I was sure. I was sure that would happen. I was sure that would happen. But bro, we had this include PS Unreal, bulk object, PS character. What the fuck? Why PS Unreal? Who added that? Minigame.h. The point is, if he was working today, right? If he was working in the past with the declaration we had, it should also work now, right? Because we were using character already in minigame manager for sure, right? 100%. So I think he just fucked up with the include. I think Ryder added an include that he should not include it or something like that. Okay, now yes, this was just a stupid idea. Okay. Okay, now we have this problem, but this problem fine, or we made scripting minigame OP a friend of, probably is the easiest. How do you make it a friend? I think I want to make it a friend. How do I make this class a friend of the other one? I don't remember. I did it a million years ago. Let me search friend. Friend class. So you add it in the class declaration, huh? Okay, so I go where? I go under my minigame manager and I say that I go in my minigame manager and I say that I have a friend that is called minigame manager OP, right? So that he can call the protected. He cannot call the private, but he can call the protected. You need to wake up early tomorrow? No. Well, I mean, I have to wake up normally. Not crazy early. Let me check, but no, normal. Normal. Bam, 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 bam. But I don't know, it's Easter, you know, there's not a lot of people watching streams at Easter, I guess. We streamed already like 3 hours and maybe it's enough. We can stream tomorrow. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. And anyway, we will not solve it now because minigame session. character, game item, object name. Character, game item, action name. Bro, I don't understand what he's saying. Cannot convert APS character pointer to parameter type APS character pointer. Type APS character is incomplete. Bro, it's incomplete. If it was complete before, why is it incomplete now? We had client before, right? And minigame. So here we are in minigame manager. Minigame session is defined where? Minigame session is defined exactly in the same file, right? This is defined in the same file. That is a bit crazy, actually. I don't know, guys. Anyway, I'm going to dinner. I think this problem bothers me. I'm going to dinner. I will be here tomorrow. And meanwhile, yeah, have fun. If you want to play the game is available. You can download it from our website and you can play it right now. And I will see you tomorrow evening at 9:30 p.m. European time. Bye bye. See you.